Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start. And here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Wolverines offense will get the first possession of the game. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Going to take a shot on second and short. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. Creates a little space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field, paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. He might want another play. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab on the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Here's why this was so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what... are about, because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
The snap sets up the throw. Looking to scramble. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will go to work for the first time today. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make it? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Complete in the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find a guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake. Looking for a big gain. He makes a grab. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll bring it out. It's Humphreys. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Off play action on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Van Dyke. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild 1st quarter. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Wolverines are on the move.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just
breaks into the open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. On the run, fires downfield. Touchdown, Michigan. A great catch and run for 6. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Off the play fake on first down. Got a man in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference.
Oh, he's got some space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys. They usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Running to Green. And they get him down.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on third down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
You know, Reese, it is a great play, and I think they were in nickel, so they brought an extra guy on the field that has some speed, take a linebacker that's a little bit slower off the field, and you could see it paid dividends on that third down.
It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the catch. It's Humphries. He's not going to get short on 4th down. Great place to start for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. A quick tackle made, and he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one or a tackle, they can...
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or there was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide.
Man, that is frustrating for a defense. You have to know 4th down, this quarterback is going to be a threat to run the football. They got a little bit out of position. He makes them pay and gets a fresh set of downs.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll try the run. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Takes the easy completion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
Here's the handoff. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Van Dyke. He's got enough. First down, they've got it at the 12. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Defense dropping into soft coverage. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And the Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They're working that left side. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Humphries. quick timeout call by the offense after the play. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And that might be the edge of his range, but he has just enough. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Beaver Stadium.
And the Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Gets the back moving. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The give to the back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far.
There he goes. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The give out of the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
That it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Wants to throw on third down. Got his man on the right. Crosses the 30. He's got it. His defense giving up ground. He's finally knocked down at the 26.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Second down, they'll go to the air, using the back as a receiver on the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And we've got a deadlock here in the third quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, David.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on fourth down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held them to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
Working that left side now. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. He's got it on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They'll power it inside with the fullback. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed.
Turning it on! All the way down to the 15-yard line. That's where he goes out of bounds as this offense had it cooking on that one. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Here comes the heat. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Under fire. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it. It's a fumble. Touchdown, Michigan. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
The head coach's heart just skipped a beat. Looks like they were going in for the easy touchdown, but he puts it on the ground. Everything's going bad. But Johnny on the spot. Somebody was paying attention, Dave, and he was able to hop on that ball for a touchdown.
And that's why you always keep competing. Coaches are going to harp on that all the time. Finish the play. You're never out of it. You don't know what's going to happen, and that's a perfect example. Ball gets on the ground. Offensive player now says, oh, crud, I got to jump on it. Jumps on the football and gets a touchdown.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Johnson. Oh, out of space. He's at the touchdown, Penn State. Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come.
Good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. Absolutely torn. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Final play of the quarter coming. Out of the gun to give to the back. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and still on his feet. Touchdown Wolverines! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Shoots his way for more. Got enough for the first. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Swings it out to the flat. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here comes the Michigan offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Finds his man. It's Van Dyke. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Big fullback's got it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick strike complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. What's old is new in offensive football. The return, at least on that play, of the pass-catching fullback.
Yeah, you used to see this all the time back in the day. Fullbacks used to play all the time. Now you don't see him near as much, but versatile piece of fullback. Listen, he can catch the football. He can make plays. Use the big fella.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the fullback. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Wolverines trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The Nittany Lions want to move quickly.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. He's got the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Back to pass on second down. Fires on the run. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Send the tight end in motion. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. This win, guys, if they can finish it off behind this passing attack today, figures to vault them several notches up in the rankings and serve notice of what they're capable of.
It's funny, we're watching this one now, and some people may be surprised because of the numbers besides each of the team's names. By the end of the year, though, this may have been an obvious decision because of how well this team throws the football, David. They are electric.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the Wolverines enter the final minute with the lead, trying to run out the clock. Offense changing the play. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And, guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. Let's see what they've got on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. Grabbed near the marker is Humphries. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. Skips away from pressure. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the